The last Airbender tier list. What is it? What am I looking at?
Bing, bing, bong, bong.
Now watch this drive.
Watch this drive.
Soda!
What the
If you had
fuck?
to choose to be one type of bender, what would you be?
If I was gonna be a bender, I'd probably be an earth bender. Because earth bending and metal bending, that's really powerful for what's going on in our lives right now. Air bending would also be useful if you could fly. We saw Zahir fly. I don't see why nobody else can fly. Um, but yeah, I think earth bending would be better. Probably dude, I'd probably be like the most paid construction worker.
Water.
Earth easily. What do you mean water? Earth is objectively the best.
What makes Earth objectively the best?
I don't think Earth is objectively the best. It just depends on what you value in your life for you to choose whether it's better than the other ones. Like honestly, a lot of the time I'd be thinking, "Damn, I really wish I was a airbender so I could get all the pollution out the fucking area." Like,
You just saying that it's
just
objectively
depends.
the best doesn't make it objectively the best.
Facts.
Earthbenders can bend metal and lava. You can build stuff.
Metal or lava. Or lava. We have not seen anyone bend both metal and lava.
Instantly out of the ground. It has the most utility.
First of
Caillou
all, you're
meets the
assuming
presidents. I'll
that
check it out.
earthbending automatically grants you metal and magma bending.
And that's
it
not true.
doesn't. Second of all, what utility does building stuff out of the ground really have?
Are you dumb? Bro, construction. Hello? It's not even about building, it's about deconstructing shit. Are you dumb?
You're telling me you want to live in a house literally made out of fucking dirt?
Why water then? What's the point in that?
Water benders can turn water into ice, heal people, and blood bend.
You just did.
You just did the same shit that Donald did. Just because you get water bending doesn't automatically give you blood bending.
The same thing. You can't assume you'd be a healer or a bloodbender.
If I could
Facts.
be one type of bender, I'd be the Avatar.
That's not
That's not fair.
what I was asking.
You asked if you could be one type of bender.
Obviously, I didn't mean
One type of bender.
to choose to be the avatar. That defeats the whole point of the question.
Well, I'd be the Avatar.
Okay.
Let's get this tier list.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, off rip, we've got Iroh.
Uncle Iroh, S tier.
Damn, already?
That's an automatic S.
There really
Automatic.
is no question about it. Arguably
Automatic.
the best character in the show. Unarguably a solid S tier.
The ending of Tales from Ba Sing Se made me
A
cry.
truly amazing
course.
character.
Next is Aang.
Aang. Oh wait, are we including Legend of Korra? Because Legend of Korra Aang, I didn't really enjoy him. But Avatar Aang, he has character development. So the beginning of book 1 and all the way up to the freaking ending of book 3 is not the same Aang. He still has a lot of the same principles. Like he doesn't want to kill Fire Lord Ozai, right? He's not willing to compromise on that, but he's still changed. He's not just a kid anymore. This is like the teen Gohan and adult Gohan situation. I'm gonna say end of Avatar Aang is sitting at a fine. I mean, I could put him in low S tier because even though he wasn't willing to compromise on killing Ozai, he still stopped him. But then you got to think about it. There was some actual books. There was some actual books of the Avatar that are canon to after that happens, and Aang he turns into a dick, and he feel like he can't figure out his life. Like the character development he had in the show does not transfer over to the books until the very end. Honestly, like Aang is way too flawed. Which you could say, yeah, he's flawed. That's what makes him a great character. But Iroh, from what we've seen, isn't really that flawed of a character. He has all the intuition, all the knowledge, and we always go to him for advice and life lessons. Let's go ahead and give Aang a tier. And if it's the Legend of Korra Aang, I'm gonna give him a like a high B tier.
He's a bald child with tattoos. What's not to love?
All right, hot take. I don't think Aang
what?
is S tier.
Explain.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Aang is too unrealistically perfect.
Go on.
Of course,
No, he's very flawed as a
he
character.
goes through low points, but he's always the one saving the day. He's the main guy, but this causes him to lack many flaws that would give him depth besides just being immature sometimes.
That doesn't make sense because he's failed many times. When he went against Zuko and Azula, he died. He lost, and he was scared. He ran away from the air temple at a young age. Everyone died. He is a very flawed character. What are you talking about? He is not perfect. When they invaded the Fire Nation for the first time, they failed. People got set as prisoners and other people died. So that doesn't make any sense.
I think you're underestimating the effect that Aang's immaturity had on the story. Part
It
of
had
what
a lot.
makes Aang such an appealing character is watching him grow up faster than any kid should have to in order to save the world.
In order for
Yeah.
Aang to accomplish what he did, he had to start out as a very capable character for the story to make any sense in the first place.
Trust me, I love Aang, but is he on Iroh's level?
You could say
No.
the same thing about Iroh. Man never makes mistakes.
That's not true. It took a lifetime of experience and the death of his son to become who he is.
Yeah, which we see in flashbacks. We don't get to see that actual journey and arc like we get to see it through Aang. So that's not even a great comparison. That's like saying if we started with Aang being an adult and throughout the whole show, he just talks about, oh yeah, back then I did this, back then I did that. The death of Monk Gyatso is what really changed me. And I ran away from the air temple at a young age because I couldn't handle it. It's not the same shit.
Aang was a part of so many iconic moments.
Not the
Again,
same.
I'm not discounting that.
Where do you think Aang should go then?
A tier, definitely. I just
A
don't
tier
think
is
he
fine.
breaks into S. Still a good character, though.
I guess I can agree with that.
Okay, this bitch definitely gets the award for
Ooh, Azula, man. Azula, you love to hate her and you want to see more development, but she is a monster. Even Iroh's like, nah, she's crazy. She has to go down. I want to say Azula is a low A tier. She is really great. She's a great villainess. She goes crazy, and in the comic book, after the show ends, she actually comes back, which does ruin her a little bit because she does get redemption. I guess spoiler for people that don't know that. She does get redemption, which does change her, which some people might say is bad. You should have just left her as a villain, but growth is growth in a character. Let's go ahead and give her that solid A tier.
for most unhinged.
She's a psychopath, but she's got some pretty cool moments.
Yeah, the drill was a fire episode.
Don't forget the last Agni Kai.
Let's be fair though, gentlemen. She was insane, and then she failed. B tier at best.
Yeah.
And then she got redemption in the comic books that a lot of people haven't seen. So, yeah.
I'll
Put
go
her
B.
up there.
This motherfucker was a dude's dude.
For real.
Sokka's dad, he's dope. He's great. I mean, I wouldn't say high B tier. Like he gets a lot of Hakoda, right? I think it's Hakoda. He gets a lot of respect. Even though he had the tough decision to leave his family and not bring his youngest son, his only son, to war with him. You know, that's a big call. Very respectable. Let Sokka lead in the time of the war. Definitely great dad. W dad.
Real.
High B tier, maybe low A tier, maybe.
It's a shame this isn't a list of best cartoon dads. An S tier for sure.
100%.
Yeah, but stacked up against the rest of the cast, he doesn't have as many moments.
You're
That's
right,
true.
if only because he didn't get as much screen time.
It
That
kind of
is
seemed
true.
like the script completely
But what did he do during his screen time?
forgot about him after the boiling rock.
I still think it's a solid B tier.
Agreed.
That's fine.
The cabbage guy?
Oh my God.
The greatest meme, it is a little played out. What did he do? He did snitch a couple times on on the team Avatar because they fucked up his cabbages. But I mean, he's just a meme. He's a joke. I mean, they're probably gonna, as a joke, they're gonna probably put him in S tier. I mean, I think he's fine. I mean, where would the series be without him? It probably wouldn't change much. But it is interesting to have him there. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him a B tier for that because he's an interesting character.
Put this motherfucker in F. That was the dumbest recurring joke in the show.
What? I love the cabbage.
That tracks, George.
My cabbages!
You're dumber than a box of rocks.
Jesus,
Well-
That is
Donald,
true.
What the fuck do you have?
I don't know
against
how he got it.
cabbages?
I'm pretty neutral on the cabbage joke. Let's split the difference and put it in C.
That's the dumbest shit.
You've got Appa.
This fluffy goober has to go
Appa, dude, Appa carries his own weight. Let's go ahead and give Appa a high B.
in S.
You really want Appa over Aang?
You were
Fuck
the one
no.
that didn't want Aang in S.
I don't want
Yeah.
Appa in S either.
Appa came in clutch so many fucking times, though.
Yeah,
Bottom line,
he
if
really
you don't
did.
have Appa, you
If you don't have Appa, the rest of the gang is screwed. Like, they wouldn't escape.
don't have the last airbender.
The same thing could be said about
Say-
Aang.
Aang
You
isn't
say
fluffy
A tier.
like Appa, though.
Just fucking put him in S.
Okay, Katara is next.
I've got to say it. That is one bad bitch.
She's also like 12, just
Well, I thought he meant bad as in she carries her own weight. Katara is, she's great. I mean, she's not a bad character. She has her moments where she's a bitch. But I mean, a lot of characters have their moments where they're being bitchy. So it's nothing new. Katara, let's give her an A tier. Fuck it.
so you know.
Bro, she nagged everyone's head off the entire first half of the show.
Yeah, and then she developed. Aang was being a little baby the first half of the show. We cannot hold people to when they first showed up to when they finally ended. Like that just does not hold weight. And in the comic book, she becomes even a better character. And in Korra, she's a great grandmother.
Yeah, they definitely
A-tier.
mellowed out on that later on. Her character got better as the show went on.
She does have a
All
lot
of
of
them
actual
do that.
character development, though. Comparing Katara to most other female cartoon
No character gets worse from the beginning to the end in the show.
characters,
None of
she's
them
one
do
of the
that.
few strong female role models
Maybe
I
Jet.
want Sasha and Malia to see when they were younger.
Classic Barry, always caring about the children. You make me sick.
I don't think she's as
Made
good
me
as Aang,
sick.
but she's still a solid
A-tier.
A-tier. That's all
Facts.
I'm saying. Combustion Man.
This dude was cool as hell.
Combustion Man is cool as hell. He's an actual threat. He almost messed up Team Avatar several times. He wouldn't go back on his mission, so that's very respectable. When Zuko's like, "Oh, I'll pay you more to not do it," he was like, "Nah, a job is a job." I think Combustion Man's dope. I think he's a B tier.
Definitely hire him as an assassin.
It's a shame he never said or did anything besides attack the protagonists.
And
Like
he was
at
a
all.
threat.
Now that
Like it's the Combustion Man is like the same as Alien, right? From the Alien movies, all it does is stalk you and try and kill you. Now it's not to the same degree as Alien because it's an enclosed space, whatever. Combustion Man is literally traveling around the world, chasing them down. But it's the same premise: a hunter and a predator. I'm gonna give Combustion Man a B.
I think of it, this dude showed up and fucked shit up until he literally couldn't anymore. For no fucking reason.
I'll say it once, I'll say it again. He was insane, and then he failed. B tier at best.
Honestly, put him in C. He's not on Azula's level.
He was so
This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. He was cool and then he failed, bro. It's a TV show that's written out for the villains to fail. Like Zuko is the only villain that turns around and becomes a hero, and you can't even say Iroh was a villain. I mean, he was just looking after his nephew.
cool though.
Next up, we have Rando Sandbender guy.
This dude
Rando Sam Bender guy that sold Appa. This guy's he gave us a cool moment, so I'm gonna give him D tier for that. Just because he gave us that cool moment.
was
F tier.
absolutely
You put a muzzle on Appa? That's solid D tier.
stupid.
Literally just a plot device to get the gang to hurry to Ba Sing Se.
Yep. Monk Gyatso.
In another life,
Monk Gyatso he taught Aang some life lessons. We see him in some flashbacks. He's a cool character, but overall, man, he's done less than Sokka's dad. That's a C tier.
I know me and this
High
motherfucker
C
could have
tier.
rolled a fat blunt together.
I say, hey, if the other monks listened to him, then the world wouldn't be in this mess in the first place.
That is true.
If that's the case, and this amazing story would have never happened if Gyatso got his way. Doesn't that
That
mean
is
he's
also
bottom
true.
tier?
Stop trying to get all fucking meta with me. Put him in A.
No way, Monk. Look, I love Monk Gyatso too, but no, he is not A, bro. He is not A. You're telling me Monk Gyatso is on the same tier as Aang and Katara? The guy barely shows up in the show. You're fucking crazy. You're just saying that because you really enjoy his character. That's a B or a C.
Mama, the bloodbender lady.
God, this
She's crazy cool. She teaches Katara some lessons, but tries to turn Katara to the dark side. Overall, I think she is interesting. Definitely showed us a whole new awakening and bending. But honestly, that's besides that, that's all she does. She's gonna have to be on C tier. Like if Combustion Man is on C tier, she has to be on C tier as well.
this bitch sucked.
It's not even the comical evilness that got to me. Her character motivations make no goddamn sense.
I know, right? You escaped from the Fire Nation, and your first instinct is to live the rest of your life there. Go back to your family.
But Biden, if she did that, she wouldn't have time to blood bend people into a mountain for no goddamn reason.
She's just a creepy little witch.
Her character was always about furthering Katara's development.
Yeah.
Since the puppet master was such a slapper, she's saved from F tier. Jong Jong.
Jung Jung, the
Zhong, that iconic moment. You are calling me weak? Oh, no, not you. I have mastered the bending several hundred times and I will master it more. Okay, and then he had his moment with the White Lotus. It was good to see him come back, so that lets you know he did have a lasting impact. So let's go ahead and put him in high C tier, maybe low B tier.
deserter, more like Jung Jung, the mid character.
Hey, come on, man. He was
Jeez.
cool that one time.
I mean,
I guess.
I guess.
It's an easy lock for C tier. What
That's
about
fine.
May?
Everybody loves a goth.
May is cool. I mean, she holds Zuko down, like, gives him some issues, like with his insecurities. But overall, she's ride or die for Zuko. You love to see it. She loves Zuko more than she fears Azula, right? Her character is fine, but her weapons are kind of meh, like knives. Okay, in a show where you can't kill people, your knives are literally useless. I think we should lock her in at C tier.
Girl.
Still underage, just so you know.
She's really got nothing going for her besides being goth.
She betrayed Azula in the Boiling Rock. Plus, she's got some funny moments.
That plus the goth keeps her out of F. Next.
It's Jet time, baby.
Oh my God, this
Jet went from being, oh man, this guy might be pretty cool to, oh man, this guy's a psychopath, into, oh, maybe he can redeem himself. Oh no, he's still a psychopath, to, oh, maybe he might, oh, he's dead. So yeah, Jet is gonna go in a solid C tier.
this dude sucked.
Be right back. Gonna go kill this town of innocents for no reason.
George, stop. This isn't Iraq.
There wasn't a single point in
Jesus.
the show where I gave a modicum of a shit about Jet. I'm just being honest.
He was crazy, and now he's dead. All right, we got June.
Swear to God, no cap.
June doesn't really do much besides get flirted on by Uncle Iroh. She does catch up to the avatars. They do have that one battle. But overall, I mean, look, even like Ty Lee has a bigger Ty Lee does have a bigger impact than her. So yeah, I guess D tier.
I'd bark for her.
She is
What the
not
fuck?
underage.
She's
How
not
about that?
underage.
Superior goth girl, easily.
She also played a pretty important role in the story when she helped the gang find Iroh during Sozin's comet.
I'm feeling a light to
Oh, I
mid-B.
forgot they
Yeah,
did
sounds
do
about
that.
right?
No, not BC.
Okay, this
She
is
does
a pretty
one good
big
thing.
It's Toph.
Shout out to Toph.
That's Toph, dude. Toph is a fucking beast, bro. Toph literally could be doing her own thing, but she chooses to roll with the Avatar because fuck it, why not? So many quotable lines, so respectable as a character in herself. She figures out her issues. Even in Korra, she's still doing her own thing. She's kind of like a Yoda in that one. Do I want to put her in S tier? I want to. I really want to put Toph in S tier. I really do love her character. I'm gonna put her in S tier personally, but I can see her being thrown in A tier with the rest of Team Avatar.
For being the only character in the show to have a last name.
I think Toph is the best tier. She's iconic as fuck.
Yeah.
She has a brash and rough exterior that
Creates metal
contrasts a
bending.
lovable interior.
She helps the world out. Just like Aang saved the world, she helps develop it by creating metal bending schools and stuff like that, leading to the New Republic City. I mean, that is some S tier shit right there. Like, she did more for the world after Team Avatar ended than anyone else.
She's always coming in clutch when it's needed most. She's the founder of metal bending.
She's kind of a Mary Sue, Barry.
I've had enough with you. You think characters having a bunch of flaws equals good character. That's not how it works. Would Toph be a better character if she had leukemia?
It would be
Oh,
pretty
God.
funny.
She's not a Mary Sue. She's literally
Shit.
fucking blind.
I don't think flaws equal good characters. I just think good characters develop a lot over time.
Toph does develop a lot.
I'm surprised
She
you're
does.
not more into the best earthbender in the series, Donald.
It's not the same.
I swear to God, this asshole never stops playing devil's advocate.
Fine, we can put it in S, but only if you admit we're doing it because she's cool, not because she's a better character than Aang.
That is facts, but she does do more for the series.
Well worth the price of admission. Her seismic sense and metal bending are cool as fuck.
Do you think an earthquake to Toph would be really bright because of her feet?
Admiral Zhao.
probably.
Admiral Zhao, more
Admiral Zhao. He's a good villain. He's not just a villain to Team Avatar. He's a villain to Zuko as well. So I gotta respect that, just being a straight dickhead. But overall, Admiral Zhao. Didn't he want to get promoted to general or some shit like that? I'm gonna give him like a C.
like Admiral Mid.
This dude's
I
entire
see.
personality was angry guy gets angry and yells a lot.
Those Jay Schlatt sideburns don't help either.
He was a complete tool for progressing the plot.
His only purpose
Jesus.
was acting as a foil to Zuko in season 1 and then getting dicked down in the Northern Water Tribe.
He was an absolute scrub through and through. We have this
Gee,
jackass.
F tier is not that bad. Okay, Paku. He goes from being a misogynistic, sexist person to being a great grandfather, right? He's the grandfather. But I feel like he only became a nice guy because he's a grandfather. So I don't think that counts. I think he would still be the same way if it wasn't Katara. Like if some other random female came out with these facts, except she was not related to him, he would still be the same way he is. I'm going to give him a D tier. He's a great master, though, and has some funnier lines later on. But look, come on, bro. Like, this guy's he's a D tier.
Master Paku's motivations just made no goddamn sense.
I agree. Like, you're really going to not train the Avatar and let the Fire Nation destroy the world because you won't teach a girl?
Imagine
Yeah.
what that motherfucker would have thought if Aang left and the Fire Nation destroyed the Northern Tribe.
Oopsie,
Yeah.
wasn't my fault, guys. I'm just fucking stupid.
The only thing that keeps him out of F tier is that he eventually wisened up. But yeah, that entire conflict made no
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Long shot.
This guy
Oh, you know
fucks.
this guy.
Long shot is cool, and he doesn't even talk. He's a B. He is a B. He is on par. He's a B.
Dude, get
In this ranking, B tier is not bad. You literally have Azula in B tier. Even though I think she's an A tier, Like B tier is not sitting bad right now. You got Sokka's dad and you got Azula. I don't know why the fuck she's on here.
It's mad
But, yeah.
There's never a moment where he's not getting pussy.
Is Smeller B S tier as well?
Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
Bro say he working on part 2. You ain't done, homie? Just 8 days ago. You got to be done by now. You ain't. Okay. All right.
Besides long shot.
Sokka's just too goated.
Bro learned
Sokka. Wait. Where's Sokka? Sokka's got to go in, bro. Sokka's got to go in A tier above Aang. He ain't S tier, but he's above
how to
Aang.
sword fight in like a day.
Plus, he's the master planner.
I always liked that they had a lot of cool non-benders in the show.
They did
Yeah.
a good job of giving everyone an equal opportunity to be badass.
Equal
All
opportunity.
right, before we continue, let's take a moment to appreciate how cucked Long Fang is.
Long Fang. I think Long Fang is worse than Admiral Zhao, really.
Oh my God.
The
yeah.
literal biggest cuck.
But he did do some shit. So I would put him in low D tier. Like I put him below Paku, really.
in the entire show.
How could you let your shadow government get overthrown by a teenage girl?
This cuck was sponsored by the shadow government.
And he's still lost.
Goddamn.
Zuko is next up, and before anyone says anything,
S
he
tier.
can't be lower than A tier.
A tier? What do you mean A tier?
You can't be
That's
serious.
S.
Zuko is a lock for S.
Zuko is a motherfucking S, bro. Zuko is a motherfucking S.
Nobody developed more over the course of the show than him.
Oh, thank God. I thought you guys wouldn't agree.
Are you kidding? Zuko is the best.
I always enjoyed how he acted as a foil
Even in Korra, bro showed up, was like, yeah, Fire Lord Zuko is here, bro.
to Aang. Opposite side of the same coin situation.
And the parallel between Aang and Zuko and Roku and Sozin is key. Zuko discovering his destiny and helping the Avatar is what prevents history from being repeated.
Zuko probably had it the worst out of anyone in the show besides
Zuko went Sasuke mode, except it was reversed.
Yeah, your people getting genocided will do that to you.
And literally fucking
Jesus.
dying.
Zuko finally growing from his trauma and realizing his full potential is definitely one of the best parts of the show.
I'll say, though, Zuko pissed me off at the end of Book 2. Like, why go back to your bullshit now? Take a hint from Iroh.
Because, bro, he was just set on his own fucking path. So, but it ended up good.
Two's end is the bitter pill you must swallow to get to the catharsis that is the second half of Book 3.
Yep.
There's really no other place he could go besides
Which makes sense. I'm glad he did that because it was like, okay, but be on Team Avatar's side or go back to my life that I really want. Once he goes back to his life, he finds out it's not all that good anyway. So fuck it. So it's better than him going on Team Avatar's side and still thinking, okay, wait, I could still go back home. Maybe, possibly, and he's just conflicted throughout. So I don't know.
the top of the list.
Hell yeah.
The mad genius himself, Bumi.
King Bumi, man, he's dope. He's fun. I feel like King Bumi could have did way more stuff if he wanted to. He literally was like, "Oh, I'm here because I want to be here. Like this is my city. I'm choosing to stay here instead of helping." Yeah, I'm gonna say King Bumi is he's a beast, but he is like he's so weird. I mean, that's part of his character. I'd give him like a high C tier. Maybe low B. No, the only reason why he's not B tier is because he chooses not to do shit.
The master of neutral gin.
finally representation for Joe, a character his age.
That's a relief, smartass. We've already had a character with skin as orange as yours.
Jung.
Jong Jong.
He's got some sick moments. Taking back Omashu was like one of the most powerful
Yeah.
feats of earth bending in the show.
Who's winning in a fight, Bumi or Toph?
Bumi.
Don't
Bumi, you're fucking crazy. Absolutely, King Bumi. Like Toph will put up a great fight, but like I said, Bumi is only showing feats because he wants to. Honestly,
go hating on Toph again.
I'm just being realistic, King.
Realistic in an alternate reality, maybe.
you're crazy.
Enough with
if
the
you think-
chicanery. Where's
Okay, like honestly, this is one of those situations where you want Toph to win, but you just like no. King Bumi has showed like some crazy ass feats with such little screen time. Imagine what he could show if he really wanted to. But that's headcanon. You never know.
Boomy going?
I think he's a good fit for C.
Nah, put him in B. He's better than Jong Jong, definitely.
He ain't B tier.
The boulder?
Macho Man Earthbender guy. Pretty good joke.
The boulder. The boulder is the rock. Okay, let's go ahead. Put him in that low C tier.
Character for the time he was on screen.
He's a good lock for C.
Putting him in C feels weird with Sparky Boom Man and May in C.
Move them up then.
But then May is on the
No.
same tier as Azula. That's not right.
Then fucking move her up then. She's easily
It's
the
what
best
I'm
villain in the show.
saying.
He's got a point, honestly.
That's what I'm
She's a part of too
saying.
many
She should have been in A tier the whole fucking
cool
time.
moments in the show.
She's also just cool in general. Always
What the
conniving.
fuck, bro?
Evil Maxim type shit.
I guess you're right. Compared to the other villains,
Oh, whoa, hold on now. May ain't no damn B tier though. She ain't that damn good. You still got Sokka's dad on here.
to humanize her son.
She's a good example of what Zuko.
The list went from better to worse, like just like that. When you moved Azula up, it got better. When you moved everybody else up, it got worse.
Could have been.
How about Judy?
This bitch was creepy as hell.
Oh, Judy. There are multiple Judy. But she is creepy. She is like a plot device saying that, hey, the Earth Kingdom isn't as good in sunshines and rainbows as you think it is. Something like the Chinese government. I'm gonna give Judy a D. She's not an F tier because I mean she shows off some shit.
The scene in Lake Laogai
yeah.
where they're training Judy's is one of the creepiest scenes in the show.
Judy's nuts.
Can you shut up, man?
The problem
Judy's
is that the
nuts.
concept was intriguing, but the
Yeah.
character itself wasn't special.
There was a lot of places they could have potentially went with that, like freeing the GUDs, but the plot didn't have time for it, I guess.
That's true.
D tier?
Sounds right,
Could be
honestly.
C, but I don't really care.
Yeah.
The little guy himself,
I don't know about C tier. That sounds like personal bias.
Lord Momo of the Momo dynasty.
Momo is a cool character. He shows up several times in clutch situations, does help out Aang in fights. I think he's a great character. They do have that side thing with Appa and Momo whenever Sokka was tripping on that cactus water. Let's go ahead and give Momo a low A tier. Low A tier. I mean, he helps out Team Avatar.
He's such a silly little guy.
He's the best comic relief character in the show.
Didn't he
What?
have
Sokka's comic relief. Are you crazy?
katanas that one time or something?
Yeah, when Aang was hallucinating.
That scene
Yeah.
was actually so tight.
Was it Aang or Sokka hallucinating? I think they both are
I
hallucinating.
think Momo is a lock for A tier.
Honestly, I think he's an S.
Momo is not S tier. Appa shouldn't even be S tier.
You shut your
Facts.
mouth.
Honestly, Appa does more for the group, right? So you could put him in S tier for his utility and for the plot and the connection from Aang and Appa. You could probably put him in a low S tier, but even in S tier, it's kind of questionable. Kind of, honestly.
Appa is the best animal character in any cartoon. Period.
No, Clifford the Big Red Dog is the best fucking animal cartoon character ever. Clifford the Big Red Dog is the best one. The most loyal, the most intelligent, the most caring animal character is Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Jake the dog.
Jake the Dog is pretty cool too. I'd put him up there.
Mordecai.
No, he's a simp.
Arthur.
Arthur is he's a reindeer, right? He's a deer. Arthur? I mean, Arthur's a fucking nerd, bro. Arthur would go in C tier. Fuck that.
He's a knitter.
A what? A knitter.
The difference between Momo and Appa is that Appa had an entire art specifically about him. A tier is Momo's ceiling.
That's true.
The Earth King?
More like the
Earth King doesn't really do much. Needs convincing, understandably, to throw his best people in the jail. Let's say D tier.
Mid King.
Dude was way too naive for his own good.
He was also
True.
just a loud mouth. Like, shut the hell up about top secret invasion plans.
It kind of reminds me of George W. Bush.
At least get some props for having an open mind and listening to Team Avatar.
The bear was pretty funny too.
This ain't the bear, it's just
This
the
ain't
guy.
the bear.
C tier at best, then, to be honest.
No way,
this
he's
guy-
not C tier. Ain't no way,
I ever
bro.
even have a name?
I think
Ain't
it's
no way.
literally
What's up,
just
Sonic?
the mechanist.
Low
The mechanic. He didn't really do shit in the show. I mean, I think I say that, but he helped Sokka create the blimps. He did bring back the air nomads. So, hold on, let me slow down. The mechanic, he barely did anything, but what he did was very significant. I will say that. He barely did anything, but what he did really did matter. Okay, so for that, I would say put him in C tier, mid C tier, high C tier, whatever. His ceiling is C tier though. If you put him in B tier just because of the air balloons that did not actually help win the invasion, let's not forget that plot failed. Fuck no.
key, just the inventor of tanks, airships, and submarines. No big deal.
You're honestly right.
Did
His
your
importance
life-
in the story is
You
understated.
are a
I think he's
knitter.
B, even though he didn't have a lot of screen time.
Oh boy, it's Ty Lee.
All right, let
I mean, because it sounds like knitter, it sounds like something else. I've seen the meme plenty of times.
me tell you something.
Here we go.
Even though he didn't have a lot of screen time.
B tier, you're crazy.
Oh boy, it's Ty Lee.
Oh boy, Ty Lee. I actually enjoy Ty Lee.
All right, let me tell
The
you.
funny go-getter girl of the evil team. Taijutsu specialist. She's better than May. Honestly, when it comes down to feats, she's better than May. She has way better feats than May. The only thing is she doesn't have a love interest, and that's the only reason why May is in B tier for some fucking reason. Okay, if May is in B tier, Ty Lee has to be in B tier. She just has to be.
Something.
Here we go.
How do you call this girl 14 and then draw her with a fully developed woman body and big tits?
Oh.
I'm not gonna say nothing crazy, but I remember when I was in middle school, there was some girls with some huge racks when I was in middle school. Yeah, I will say it like that.
Oh my God.
He's kind of.
That's not how development works. Women develop their bodies differently.
Spitting, though. A lot of characters look like they could be.
Actual 14-year-olds that you got from Google versus going. I'm not even gonna fucking. I'm not gonna die on this fucking hill.
Not just Avatar.
It's not an
gonna die
anime.
on this
Didn't
fucking
ask.
hill.
It was made in America. Anime is specifically animation made in Japan.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. We don't care about where it's made, what it looks like, and how it's portrayed. If it's accurate enough. Okay? Like, this whole, if it's not this, then it doesn't count. Look, there's white people that say the N-word, and I wouldn't even check them for it because they live that lifestyle. I know, like, just because it's from somewhere does not automatically mean that's what it is. That's not how life works. How it looks like on paper, sure. Life and paper ain't the same shit. So this is an anime just like Boondocks is an anime. Shut the hell up.
Maybe you should go outside and get some bitches instead of lecturing
Facts.
me about Japanese cartoons.
God damn
Pussy
it.
boy.
Where are we putting Ty Lee?
She's honest to God, best girl.
That's an absolutely ludicrous take. You are such a
If May is in B tier, she has to be too.
coomer.
Put her where May is in B. They complement each other.
Ty Lee has cooler powers.
Facts and better feats.
Not enough to bump her into A tier.
It's kind of a shame we never saw more of Azula's team plus Zuko.
I know, man. The beach episode did a really good job of humanizing them.
Speaking of best girl, Suki.
My first
Suki, higher B tier than May and Ty Lee.
childhood crush.
You were not a child when this story came out, bro.
She didn't really play an important role in the story, but she was still impactful.
The script
Facts.
always had her on the back burner. It would have been interesting to see more from her.
Is this what you meant by positive female role models, Barack?
Unironically, yeah.
yes.
One of the best female characters in the show.
Is she
100%.
A tier, though?
I honestly think she is.
That's a
A tier. Yeah, I mean, she helps Sokka develop from being misogynist to being level-headed. Like, I would say so. She does help out several times in the show. She helped Zuko break. Who'd they break out of? No, he helped Sokka break out his dad. She helped Sokka break out his dad from prison. So yeah, I think that's pretty impactful. I would say low A tier. If you're gonna put her in A tier, she has to be low A tier.
a weird take. I think she's B, personally.
I think she's B as well, but I think you can argue for Suki to be an A tier.
Why do you think that?
Every time she shows up, you're thinking, okay, maybe something good's gonna
She
happen.
simply doesn't have as many good moments as the other A tier characters.
The scene where she pilots an entire fucking airship to save Sokka and Toph is
Facts.
enough to put her in A tier alone.
I kind of agree.
That's true though. She did save their lives, so that's an automatic A tier.
Say so.
We've got Fire Lord Ozai.
Wait, where is Sokka? Where ain't Sokka on the list? Look, Sokka should be up here in high A tier, maybe S tier. Look, and if Suki saved a S tier character, look, I'm just saying.
Through and through, this dude was
That's a
only
feat.
ever a piece of shit.
Fire Lord Ozai has no other development besides wanting to rule the world. He doesn't care about his children, even the one that actually has talent and looks up to him. Promotes Azula to Fire Lord because I'm going to be the Fire Emperor. Yeah, Fire Lord Ozai, honestly, as a villain, great. He's impactful. He's talked up a lot, and he actually shows it with his lightning bending and stuff like that. But even Zuko could have took him out. When he shot the lightning and Zuko sent that shit, he could have sent it back and killed him. Honestly, bro, I think that's just because he's the final boss, I want to put him in low A tier. But if we look at the feats overall, he's talked up a lot, doesn't really do shit. I feel like high B is where we can put him. Imagine if Madara was talked up. Madara this, Madara that. And when Madara shows up, he takes down those 1,000 ninjas like earlier, but he gets defeated before he goes into 6 paths. That's kind of like what this is happening. It reminds me of if it was in that situation, before Madara gets 6 paths, he's taken out by Naruto and Sasuke. That is Fire Lord Ozai. So, yeah.
The bad guy is
disappointing.
bad because bad.
He was never a very good character. He never needed to be, though. Avatar was never about creating nuanced villains. It was
That's
more
true.
about focusing on the protagonist's journey as they try to overcome the impossible challenge of saving the world.
But they created nuanced villains when they had Zuko turn into a hero and then Azula just absolutely losing her fucking mind, but then getting redemption in the comic book that nobody else read besides me, apparently.
The role he serves in the plot, plus the final battle, is enough to keep him out of F, though.
I really don't think it does. He was such an unredeemable asshole.
Wait, you're putting Fire Lord Ozai in F tier?
He's more deserving of F than anyone else on the list.
Are you kidding me?
He also just had terrible motivations. All right, so
You're shitting me. You just put Fire Lord Ozai in F tier? You're absolutely out of your mind.
we're going to destroy the ecosystem because...
If we put him in a higher rank because of his significance to the story, the average is just going to make it look weird.
That doesn't make sense. That does not make sense. Because he is significant to the story is the reason why you should have him in a high tier. Like, what the fuck?
Ozai doesn't.
The reason why you're not putting Sokka's dad in S tier, even though you really want to, is because he doesn't have significance in the story. You're literally using backwards fucking logic right now.
Belong in C tier.
I wouldn't mind if you put him in F.
Oh my God, bro.
It sounds like you just have a hate boner for Fire Lord Ozai. And I don't even have a love boner for the guy because I really don't even want to put him in A tier. I just know he ain't fucking F.
Deadass, this thing's scary.
The owl is a D tier. Imagine putting the owl over Fire Lord Ozai, though. That's crazy.
Scared the hell out of me.
This dude sucked. He was such an asshole.
I don't even want to watch the rest of this
He who knows
fucking
how
video.
to be mid. And Kyoshi Island...
All right, Kyoshi, or we're going to fast forward because I don't even want to watch this video anymore. Avatar Kyoshi, she's dope, but she has some great feats too. And if you watch outside of the TV show, she has her own books and all that other shit. She is a cool character. She is brute. She is blunt. But in the show, we don't really get much from her. When Aang asks for her advice, she tells him what she would do, and he's like, I don't want to hear that shit. Avatar Kyoshi overall, though, I think she's a C. She's great.
I guess you're right. Is C tier all right?
A lot of insane moments.
Okay, Fire Lord.
All right, speaking of
Fire
avatars,
Lord.
what about Roku?
Avatar Roku. More impactful than Kyoshi was. Gave more advice, has more significant showings in his flashbacks. Has a greater bond with Aang since he was the last Avatar. Avatar Roku is a solid... I think he's a solid B tier because even though we enjoy his character and we like him, like, dude, I'm tripping about how Fire Lord Ozai is an F because of story, but you're gonna put Sokka's dad in B for story. You're gonna put Roku in A or S because you like him, but when it comes down to the story, we would not have this story if Avatar Roku succeeded. I would say Avatar Roku overall is a B. He's great, and his story is impactful and motivational. But every time when it comes down to actually asking for advice, when Aang asks Roku for advice, he does not take Roku's advice because Aang wants to do it his way. So there's no point in talking to him. There's no point in getting these stories of Roku if Aang's not going to listen to him.
Unlike Kyoshi, Roku had a lot of insane moments and had a big impact on the story.
The entire war being a consequence of...
He did have an impact on the story, but it's pointless to hear about it because it doesn't really affect the story. Avatar Kyoshi affected the story too, but it doesn't matter. The Avatar before Kyoshi affected... That's how fucking life works. What your fucking ancestors did in the past affects today. Like, that's life. What
of his mistakes was crazy.
The Avatar and the Fire Lord was a banger episode.
He gave great advice to Aang too.
Also, the winter
that he didn't
solstice was a
take.
really cool episode.
It almost felt out of place with them going into the Fire Nation so early.
Doesn't take away from Roku absolutely wiping that temple off the map.
Was that the Fire Nation's 9/11?
No, the Fire Nation's 9/11 was the solar eclipse, definitely.
Probably because they...
No, because even when the solar eclipse came, they still fought that shit back. 9/11, we were just fucked. And then we were like, okay, let's go to war. Like, that's not the same thing, bro.
Already knew about it before it happened.
And just like 9/11, Roku's going in A tier.
You see this logic, bro?
Oh, brother.
You see this logic? Because he did some crazy shit in the past, man. And he gave some advice that the main character didn't take. He's an A tier. Okay.
It's Sozin.
Okay,
Fire Lord Sozin has done more than Fire Lord Sozin did more than Fire Lord Ozai. betrayed and successfully killed the Avatar. But Ozai is the one who actually, no, Sozin started the war, right? He's the one that started the invasion. Because Ozai was still a kid. Yeah, so Sozin has done more than Ozai. So Ozai, I would say for plot reasons, you could put him in B tier. For character reasons, I can see why he would be a C tier. But Sozin has done both. He has the character development. He's betrayed Roku. He has the feats. He killed the fucking air nomads. There is no reason why this guy should not be A tier with Roku or S tier. He has done more for this world than everybody else on here up until Aang stopped Ozai and then started the New Republic. Besides Aang, this guy has contributed more to the world that we know now as Avatar.
My main problem was Sozin. Why go to help Roku with the volcano when you were going to leave him for dead either way?
Your biggest problem with Sozin was
because that volcano would have done more to kill more people and impact more of the life negatively. So yeah, I could see why he would want to preserve more land that he plans on conquering.
the plot hole and not genocide.
Nope.
Based.
Either way, Sozin was a piece of shit. He had it so good. Why did he mess it up with 100 years worth of war?
Because he wants more. What do people with power want? They want more power. Is this a dumbass question? I think so. We can look at history and real life and see the reasons why Sozin and Ozai do what they do. Because they want more power. That's how greed works.
This motherfucker deserves F tier.
I'm fucking done
Speaking of
with this
motherfuckers,
list.
Master Piandao.
Bro, I am so fucking done I am done with this list, bro. I'm gonna continue it for the video's sake.
Example of a cool
God, but bro, I am checked out. Like, the logic in this shit makes no sense. What it sounds like is our characters that we love, we're gonna put them in A tier. The characters we don't like, they're gonna go in F tier. Not even thinking about the logic of their character, their development, everything they've done for the show, the history, the world building. We don't care about that. If we like them, they're going high. If we don't like them, they're going low. This is the stupidest fucking list I've ever seen.
non-bender.
You know this dude votes Republican.
Wow. A rich land-owning ex-Fire Nation soldier that didn't do anything about the war until Sozin's come just because...
There are some obvious plot holes about how the Order of the White Lotus operated, but I don't think you should let it detract.
No, this is going to be a video, Sonic. This is going to be a video. This is going to be a fucking video, dude.
From his character.
I'm just saying...
This guy trained Sokka. Fire Lord guy doesn't care. He doesn't care that a Fire Nation guy that doesn't care that his students from the Water Tribe shows he doesn't have prejudice, shows he's above it, but he's rich as fuck, so of course he's above it. Doesn't really do much until the White Lotus regroup and then they take back Ba Sing Se. Where is Zhang Zhang? Where is Zhang Zhang? Zhang Zhang is a C tier. This guy would be a B tier because at least he helped fully train a member of Team Avatar. But they both did the same shit. So I could see them being in C tier, but they like this guy more than they like Zhang Zhang. So he's probably going to get an A tier.
I think he's capped at C.
C? Are you fucking kidding me? He's an A tier for sure.
No
You see what I'm saying? They love him, so they're going to put him in a higher fucking tier.
shot he's on.
That's not how the tier list works. Just because you love them, that does not make them a higher tier. If you make a video game tier list, I like Ryu, so Ryu's going to go in S tier. I don't really like Rashid, so Rashid's going to go in F tier. Like, that's not how the shit works.
Let's compromise and put it in B.
Whatever.
This dude is
Sokka is an S.
always getting some tail.
I don't know how he does it.
He can't keep getting away with
He
it.
literally fucked the
can't
moon.
keep-
He's
Get
the
away
last
with
Rizbender.
Bro is the coochie whisperer.
I mean, that's the video, man. Comment, rate, subscribe.